In Nigeria's energy story, one region has remained in the shadows, overshadowed by Niger Delta, overlooked in national conversation, and underestimated for decades. But what if everything you have been told about Southeastern oil is not the full truth? What if beneath the lands of Imo State lies one of the most powerful gas reserves capable of transforming not just a state, but an entire region and a nation? Today we uncover a hidden reality, a story backed by real projects, real investments, and real exploration activities, from the massive ANOH Gas Project to the strategic partnerships involving major energy players to bold claims that could redefine Africa's energy map. This is not just another narrative, this is a revelation. Welcome to the untold story of Imo State, Nigeria's rising gas powerhouse. And what you're about to discover may completely change how you see the Southeast forever. When discussions about oil and gas in Nigeria come up, few people immediately think about Imo State. But beneath its lands lies one of the most strategic natural gas deposits, not just in Nigeria, but potentially in all of Africa. This is not speculation. This is a story backed by ongoing projects, major investments, and confirmed gas development initiatives. Welcome to Imo State, the silent giant of Nigeria's gas future. Imo State sits within the hydrocarbon-rich extension of the Anambra Basin and Niger Delta petroleum system. For decades, oil production quietly took place in parts of the state, but what is now emerging is far more significant than oil. It is gas, massive industrial scale, natural gas potential, and unlike oil, which is gradually facing global transition pressures, gas is becoming the backbone of modern energy systems.
The 40 cubic feet of gas plants and 200 million barrels of condensate production benchmark earlier inaugurated in 2024 by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is set to commence operations in Asa community of Imo State in July 2025. This came to the fore during a high-level visit of the management of ANOH Gas on the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodimma, preparatory to the formal takeoff of the plant, which is a product of 50-50% equity incorporated joint venture between NNPC Limited and Seplat.
Last year, President Bola Tinubu Ahmed commissioned the plant during May, one of the key projects in Nigeria. So since then, we've been working on the plant, and now we came to inform the Excellency that we are ready now to start commissioning the plant with gas, and also to start gas production sometime in July. So from July this year, Imo State will join one of the biggest states for gas production in the country.
At the center of Imo State's gas revolution lies the ANOH Gas Project. This project is one of Nigeria's most important inland gas developments. It is being developed through a partnership involving Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited and Seplat Energy PLC. The ANOH Gas Processing Plant is designed to process approximately 300 million standard cubic feet of gas per day. This is not a small project. This is a major industrial scale energy infrastructure located in Imo State. The project is expected to supply gas for power generation, boost industrial development, supply Nigeria's domestic gas utilization strategy. The significance of this cannot be overstated. Gas from Imo State is not just for export, it is for powering Nigeria itself. collaboration between the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and Seplat Energy PLC represents a strategic shift. Rather than focusing only on offshore and Niger Delta production, attention is now turning inland. This partnership reflects confidence in Imo State's gas reserves. Major capital investments are not made based on assumptions. They are made based on proven geological data and commercial viability. And in this case, both conditions are clearly present.
I'm happy that they're about to go into operation, and I'm also happy that the value it will add to Imo State and indeed Nigeria is also enormous. So on that note, we have discussed and have pledged to cooperate with them, to give them all the necessary support, and also requested that they should also cooperate with us in our developmental strides in Imo State.
The plant is designed to process 3 million standard cubic feet of gas through the energy market and liquefied petroleum gas through the domestic market in Imo, along with the corporate social responsibilities in the history of the community and beyond.
There have been bold claims that Imo State possesses the largest gas reserves in Africa. Now let's separate facts from exaggeration. Nigeria as a whole holds over 200 trillion cubic feet of proven gas reserves, making it the largest in Africa. Imo State is part of this broader system. What is true is this: Imo hosts a significant portion of this gas-rich formation. It lies within one of Nigeria's most promising gas belts. It is home to major ongoing gas development projects. However, there is no widely verified scientific or official data confirming that Imo State alone has the largest gas reserves in Africa. That claim remains unproven and likely overstated. But here is what's undeniable. Imo State is one of the most important gas hubs emerging in Nigeria today, and its role is only growing.
We have a lot of gas in this country. 260 CF of gas, trillion cubic feet of gas. That is our gas reserve. Already discovered gas reserves. 206 trillion cubic feet of gas. And all these 206 trillion cubic feet of gas was found while looking for oil. So it was found accidentally. Nobody was actually going looking for gas and found gas. They were always looking for oil, then they found gas. And in that process of accidentally finding gas, we have found up to 206 TCF. So the belief is that if we really target to look for gas, dedicatedly look for gas, we'll find up to 600 trillion cubic feet of gas.
Gas is the future of energy in Nigeria. Unlike crude oil, gas supports electricity generation, fertilizer production, petrochemical industries, manufacturing growth. With projects like ANOH Gas, Imo State could power multiple states, attract heavy industries, create thousands of jobs, increase internally generated revenue. This is how regions transform, not just by having resources, but by developing them. Imo State gas story is part of a larger shift happening across Nigeria. The country is moving toward gas-powered industrialization, reduced reliance on imported fuels, increased domestic energy security. And Imo is right at the center of that transformation, from the relatively quiet oil-producing state to a key driver of Nigeria's gas revolution.
According to the minister, the country's transition from gas to renewable fuel will be gradual after it has fully utilized the benefits associated with gas.
So gas, we have not even utilized it. We have not even used gas to drive our cars. We have not even used gas to generate electricity. We have not used gas to even do our fertilizer plants. We have not used gas to do our petrochemical plants and our methanol plants. And yet, they say, okay, now you should abandon this thing and move to renewable.
For years, Imo State energy potential remained under the radar, but today, the evidence is clear. Major gas infrastructure is being built, strategic partnerships are active, production capacity is expanding. The ANOH Gas Project alone signals a new era, an era where Imo is no longer just part of an oil conversation, but a central figure in Nigeria's gas future. The myth that the Southeast lacks energy resources is fading, and Imo State is leading the change in proving otherwise. Beneath the soil of Imo lies not just gas, but the power to transform an entire region. Imo State's story is no longer one of silence. It is a story of emergence, from untapped potential to active development, from overlooked territory to a strategic gas hub shaping Nigeria's energy future. Projects like ANOH Gas are not just infrastructure, they are signals that Southeast is stepping into a new era, an era powered not just by trade and enterprise, but by energy, cleaner energy, stronger energy, transformational energy. And as the world shifts towards gas as a bridge to the future, Imo State is no longer on the sidelines. It is in the conversation. The real question now is, will Nigeria fully harness this opportunity, or will history repeat itself? Only time will tell. If you found this documentary educative, don't forget to like this video. It helps more people discover the truth. Subscribe to the channel for more deep well research documentaries on the Southeast, Nigeria's hidden wealth, and the future of our economy. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Imo State could become Nigeria's gas capital? And share this video with someone who still thinks the Southeast has no natural resources, because the truth is finally coming out, and this is just the beginning.
This is the newly completed modular refinery constructed by Walter Smith Petroman Oil Limited, located in Ibigwe community in Ohaji-Egbema local government area of Imo State. According to the management of Walter Smith, this refinery, which was completed in record time, is expected to produce 5,000 barrels of oil per day and 271 million litres of petroleum products, including diesel, kerosene, PMS, aviation fuel and LPG, which is just the first phase of the project, while in the second phase, the facility will target the production of 25,000 barrels of oil per day.
By doing this process, we're going to add value by creating jobs, employment for a lot of people, skills acquisition, contribution to the overall economic development and GDP growth.
When we go into petrochemicals, and we go...
The managing director and CEO of Walter Smith Petroman Oil Limited, Chikezie Nwosu, says aside job creation for the host community, the impact on the immediate community will be enormous, especially when the Walter Smith goes into petrochemicals.
The jobs it will create, because the upstream business that we started doesn't create that many jobs, but the downstream business creates multiples of jobs. And we've seen that even in the construction phase, where the number of jobs that were created, this entire outside battery limit was built specifically by Nigerians. There's a company that was running it, but the hands that were doing this were Nigerians, both skilled and unskilled labor.
Meanwhile, the leader of the team from the Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation, Mr. Yusuf Usman, who is the Chief Operating Officer of Gas and Power, commends Walter Smith for this laudable project.
If we are in a position to reflect this kind of activity, it means we can reach self-sufficiency in terms of processing petroleum, crude oil, and create the products and safe foreign exchange from importation.
According to the Walter Smith management, the official launch of this facility is expected to come up later in October, and no doubt when operations at this modular refinery start fully, access to affordable petroleum products for people in the southeast will be made easier and faster.